So it's Easter weekend and we're off to the Kablang campsite in Suffolk. We really need to stop buying camping gear.
Located in the village of Laxfield, Suffolk, Kablang Camping is a privately owned campsite where open fires are encouraged. There's no electric hookup and amplified music isn't allowed. It's the perfect place for campers who want to chill out in peace, listen to the birds and explore the local area. We visited at Easter, and although we were very lucky with the weather, we kept our tent empty so that we could put chairs and the like inside in the damp evenings. We also brought along our Beast camping pods due to the cold evenings. They're highly recommended to keep you toasty and warm. I made a lamb stew for us all, and then we had the step 2, a rum and coke in this case, in my stainless steel cup. These are easy to clean and keep hot drinks hot and cold drinks cold. It was then time to light a fire as the sun set, due to the evenings being not much more than 6 degrees Celsius. I use flames to light a fire or pizza oven. They're super reliable when natural, so there's no horrible chemicals involved. Many drinks were had that night as we caught up with family information and kept toasty by the fire. The next morning we awoke to unseasonably warm weather, and bacon and egg sandwiches were had by all, along with a decent cup of coffee. We had no specific plans for the day, so some of us went exploring around the campsite whilst others relaxed in the warm morning sunshine. Kablang encouraged children to play and offer a wild camping experience which is very laid back. There's a fairly new toilet block for both sexes, although there was no hot water in the men's toilet for the time we visited, which was a bit disappointing. The shower block is dated and not too clean, but it's adequate for wild camping. However, only one of the showers was working when we visited. Nevertheless, the shower was warm and it did a decent job of waking me up. Prior to the trip, I bought a new Kablang camping light which boasts up to 72 hours on a single charge. I made a mistake and left the battery locked in the closed position, meaning the battery didn't charge before we left home. But not to worry, I charged it that day on the leisure battery in my van and it worked perfectly that evening. We then decided to go for a walk into the village of Laxfield, which is about 10 minutes walk from the campsite. Laxfield is very well kept with many beautiful homes and gardens. We visited All Saints Church, which has an unusual scissor-braced roof truss system. You can hear the church bells chime on the hour every hour from all areas of the village.
That's what it's doing.
The bells were rehung in a new frame in 2021 when 4 new bells were added to 4 of the previous peal of 6. It was then time for a few drinks at the Royal Oak pub as the museum was closed, before making our way back to the campsite. My sister made a curry. We set up the campfire and sat down to another evening of conversation. The following morning we were treated to egg, bacon and sausages whilst planning our day. Some of us decided that we would visit Framlingham Castle. For those of you wondering what we sleep on, we use the Van Gogh 7.5cm self-inflating mat, also called a sim. Framlingham Castle is a magnificent late 12th century castle. Surrounded by parkland and estates, it was once the centre of a vast network of power and influence. It's also the subject of a song, Castle on the Hill, written by Ed Sheeran, who grew up in Framlingham. There are a number of events held at the castle, but for me the visit is worthwhile purely to enjoy the views of the surrounding countryside as well as the castle's magnificent keep. You can also learn about the castle's centuries of history in the small museum, but avoid the gift shop, which is significantly overpriced. Plan to spend a couple of hours at the castle unless you intend to take part in the additional events during your visit. I really enjoyed it. My sister was a bit underwhelmed. So then it was back to the campsite, another few drinks at the Royal Oak, followed by dinner with some astronomy. By the way, a little hint. These solar lights come in packs of 4 and are solar powered. They last all night and are triggered by movement. For less than £20 for 4, they offer a really reliable source of light, and you can hang them all over the place. So the next morning it was time to get up, pack up and go home. A short weekend break for Easter, but nevertheless very relaxing. We really like Kablang and the surrounding area and will definitely be going back. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. As always, thanks for watching and take care.